Okay, so this is a blog, video blog.
Yeah.
We don't really do these, so we're kind of being noobs at this.
Mm-hmm.
But we were just sitting here, like talking about all the stuff we're doing in the month of April, and we're about to do the first Jupiter night of the month, and we thought, let's record a quick video blog that we can throw up on our kind of underutilized, poorly maintained blog. Sorry about that. To tell you about some of the stuff
we don't have to apologize if they know about it. They're there, right?
They know, they know. Yeah, they know. So we got like all kinds of stuff that we're doing in April that we're really excited about. We have an idea of we have like a dozen ideas for shows. And
at least a dozen.
It's hard to know where to spend
We
the
have
money.
a dozen ideas for shows that we actually want to do. We've got about another 3 dozen for shows that we'll never do.
Right. But
because we don't want to bring livestock into the studio.
Well, yeah. I mean, first we got to be able to shoot on site, on location for that idea.
Right.
But we thought, okay, let's figure out which ones will do the best, which ones we should really focus on. And we thought, let's do in April, just about every Friday on the live stream, we're going to have a new demo show, something that's like a trial show, something to see how it does, how the live audience reacts, and then we're going to publish it up on YouTube, try to get your opinions. They're going to be rough. They're just going to be something, it's going to be the rough draft of what a show would be.
Yeah.
Probably not like official themes and stuff like that, but
right.
just the
maybe
core
even
content will
fake
be
content.
Well,
just so, well,
I mean,
maybe.
How'd that be?
Who knows, you know?
Yeah. But so that'll probably be coming up starting like the second week of April. We're probably starting rolling that out. You got an idea for a show?
I do.
Tell them.
Should I go and tell? Okay.
Yes.
Well,
some
of you might know that I used to have a blog before I started writing professionally. Doing a whole video game journalism. I had my own blog called The Morgue, MMORG.
Yeah, I see.
It was clever.
There, J-Man. That's good.
Okay, so I'm thinking of doing an MMO show with the same name, Morgue. And just taking a very high-level look at the entire MMO industry as a whole.
You are a vacuum that sucks in MMOs and then throws them in your bag, and then you could just blow them back out onto a show.
Well, it's not just that, though. I mean, I like to take a critical idea at how certain technological advances in different games have an impact on the entire industry.
Right. When somebody implements something, you're like, this is a feature I think.
Or the fact that, like, for
see.
example, a lot of new games are starting to switch over to what they're calling freemium services, where it's like free to play. And then
Champions did recently.
Yep.
Cool. Well, another show idea that we're kicking around that you're also going to see coming up in the month of April is a new tech show that'll take news from the headlines and generally will feature a couple of stories, and we'll actually talk about them from a more technical breakdown aspect, because I'm going to bring on Alan, who you've probably seen on some of the episodes of the show, and he's in the chat room, and he's been a long-time IT guy. I'm a long-time IT guy. We're going to break down news stories from those perspectives, and then we're also going to have some meaty segments. So, like, we're talking about really digging into some of the recent security vulnerabilities that have been going around the web and things like that, looking at them from a real technical breakdown.
And also sharing war stories.
Yeah,
about both
work those
of
in as we go. We'll work in those war stories and be like, yeah, boy, I remember a couple years ago when I was working on something like this. Well, we had to do X, Y, Z to fix that. And so that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to get to geek out. And that'll be a live show that we're going to do, and we want to hear your feedback. So those are some of the things. We've also got a couple other shows that we're working on that we'll probably talk about more in a future update, because I don't know if we want to talk about them just yet.
Okay. All right. Fine.
But then at the... Right? At the end of the month, it's Linux Fest Northwest, and that's probably going to be one of the biggest things that we've done for the Linux Action Show in a long time. And the timing's worked out really well, because if you're watching some of our shows, you'll notice we picked up some new sponsorships.
Yep.
And we've gotten some donations, which I want to say thank you to everyone who's donated. We're now able to cover like 15% of the overall network's costs, but if you really focus that down, we're actually able to cover the majority of, or maybe all of our operational expenses now.
But not like host fees and things like that. We're not making a living yet.
No, but we're getting closer. I'm able to take a couple of days off a week now, which is awesome. So that's more time I can spend on there. And I know this month it's going to be spent getting those new shows ready. It's going to be spent prepping for Linux Fest Northwest, which is going to be awesome. I'm really excited about that. And then it's going to be just getting those stuff rolled out and get going.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited about April, and we just thought, we hadn't had a good chance.
It's probably going to spill a little bit into May, so keep watching.
I think we're not going to, because with Linux Fest, we're just not going to get a chance to do all the prototype shows. But, thank you for your support, and if you're interested in donating, go over to jupiterbroadcasting.com/donate. We've got the recognition wall on there where you can
brag to your friends.
Put your URL in there so you get a little click-through traffic, and thank you, and hopefully we'll have a chance to do more of these updates as we go. Maybe we can kind of update you on how the shows are doing, and you can find out where to catch them and things like that.
Boy, you're making promises now.
Well, we'll see what we can do. We'll see how this one goes, and if this goes okay, we'll
consider this a test show.
Test blog. Yeah, there you go.